Hello, beautiful. Hello, beautiful. Hello. Welcome. I am Alix. I am in France, in the south of France. I live on the beach, literally on the beach, so close to the beach. I can hear the waves when I fall asleep. And had you told me that I would be living on the beach 10 years ago, 5 years ago, even 3 years ago, I'd have been like, what? I can't afford it. Or whatever excuse we give ourselves with I can't. So I would love to know if we can bring to this conversation today the sensation of I can't. There's a dream, there's a desire, and then there's like but I can't. Oh, I would love to, but I can't. And I think if I was like somehow responsible for manifesting and creating and sending down to the humans everything they wanted, like if I'm living in some kind of matrix or the vortex and I'm like, oh, she desires that. Her heart called that in. And I'm like excited to get it to her or him. But then they go, oh, but I can't do it. I would be like, but you're not supposed to be the one to get it. Me, I'm sending it down to you. I'm going to make sure you're right there at the right time. I'm going to engineer this for you. Oh, you're dreaming of living on the beach. So it's so cute. You have like sand and seashells by your bedside. Oh, you have you have this gorgeous dolphin that I bought because I knew I was going to ultimately move to the beach at some point. Okay, so this is really about creating space and availability for something you desire that doesn't make sense. It's about creating space and availability for something your heart longs to have, but there's no evidence that it's possible just yet. And this isn't actually like a flute, you guys. This is what people make in the south of France. Like there are a lot of artists. I never thought I would ever in a million years play this live on Facebook, but here we go. John, if you're watching me, don't judge me. I do not know how to play this. All right. It's actually really soothing to my heart when I play this. So, joking aside, you guys, I actually manifested swimming with a dolphin in the wild right here, completely randomly, unexpectedly, but I did call it in with my heart chakra. So, um, when we keep pictures of the things we desire in our personal space, it gives the subconscious mind a very real chance of bringing it to you because it starts to be very familiar. So whenever I go into people's homes and they have like paintings of darkness and anger, I always go, you're calling that in. And then like I remember this one really rich guy and he had a house in the Swiss Alps and in Saint-Tropez and he had this painting. It's probably a very expensive painting of this very angry, distorted woman. He was sleeping in the bedroom next to that painting. And he was a friend of a friend, and I knew that he had a lot of issues with his wife, and she was like depressed, and she was like kind of chaotic. And I'm like, well, that's like literally what this painting represents. You know, is exactly when he talked about her. That's what it looked like. So anyway, people do what they want to do, but it sends pictures in your environment will literally impact what you call in. So just FYI. And it is a little bit in the realm of like magic because it's like you want like put a picture of your favorite purse, put a picture of Paris, put a picture of anything that you want, and you're somehow the mystery of the quantum field will be like ding, I've aligned you to this desire that you had. But we mess it up a lot of times when we get in our head and we're like, in our heart, I really desire this fully, completely, 100%. And I'm only touching it with my heart's desire and my heart within my heart, deep, 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 the heart within the heart is just already calling it in. If we can let the mind shut the hell up, we can hold it longer and we can be in alignment towards it. So I'll give you a very sad, sad example, and I'm sorry for the people who lost their lives during that event. But in Sri Lanka, this was in 2004, it's 20 years ago, right? I remember I was at UCLA. I was getting my bachelor's in environmental studies and geography, and it's like I had friends who went to Sri Lanka after the tsunami and the wave hit the land because they wanted to go and help. So I had personal friends from UCLA actually fly there to help. And later on, I read this article about how not a single animal died that day that the wave hit the land. They had all already moved up, higher up. Not a single human got the memo. Like, did the tourists listen to their intuition and their heart go, I don't know why, I just don't think we should go to the beach today. I can't tell you why. I don't have an illogical reason why, but I don't feel it. Now, all the days that you didn't feel like going to school, did your mom say, oh, you don't feel it, you should stay home? Like, it's not your fault and it's not their fault if they didn't listen to their heart and they didn't listen to their intuition. But the animals, why, the animals don't have that cerebral questioning because they didn't go to school for 8 hours a day going, why do you think that is? Oh, why? And figure that out. And so when we trust the wisdom of the heart, and the heart is like the body, the claircognizance, the knowing, and it's telling you, why? I don't know why. You don't need to know why. Like was it yesterday's? There was a few videos ago I said, when your mind needs to know how, like, don't go down the whole how, like, I need to know how. So let me give you a tangible example of that, because I know a lot of people still need to know that. Why is she telling me this? So I have a client who had a 5-figure month in January in her business as an RTT sister. Okay, she's been in my world for a long time, but so she finally manifests and has her 5-figure month in January selling packages, right? But then February, March, April, nothing. She's like, what's happening? What's happening? So she had gotten in her head. There was a story in her head that had started vibrating. So we did this really beautiful heart vortex meditation, which it's completely free and available on YouTube. You guys can go do it. And she manifested already a $9,000 month. And we are on the 16th of May. No clients for 3 months. She awakens her heart. She gets out of her head. A 9K month. She had 4 new clients, 3 of them paid in full, and 1's making payments. So it will be more than 9K as the payments come in. Okay. So we get what we feel is already here. More of what we already feel is here. So if you feel abundant, if you feel serene, if you feel like, take a breath and just listen to the silence underneath the noise. And, maybe you even begin your day with a meditation. The rest of the day, you're going to have claircognizance, which is clearly knowing what to do. Don't you all want to know? Like, a lot of us want to know what to do. Now, the mind, for every one output of the mind, the heart sends 500 times more output. Okay, this is called Heart Math. It's Heart Math Institute. It's the whole research they've done on this. So if the heart sends 500 times more information to the mind, who has the greatest wisdom and who has all the answers? If I am sending 500 times more information to a person and they are outputting one thought and I'm giving him 500 thoughts, who is listening to whom? Who's got all the information? Who's sort of the master, the leader here? It's the heart. How many classes did you take in college or school to teach you how to really understand the language of the subconscious and the heart? 0. And then you wonder why people's lives are really fucking complicated, right? And people are sick. So I experienced my mother having and developing breast cancer within months of my dad dying. And my dad died suddenly. I was 10 years old. One phone call and my entire life crumbled, okay? And then breast cancer within 6 months, and then she was sick for the rest of her life, which was my entire 10 years to 18 years when she died. So for 8 years, my mom was in and out of the hospital, in and out of surgery, in and out of being sick. Okay. The one thing I remember most from my mom is how closed her heart was. It was closed before my dad died. It was closed after. She was fun. She tried to make us all laugh, but she still had this really deep inner heart wound way before my dad died. It was just there. So if you think about the heart and the light of the heart, it feeds our tatas, it feeds our boobs. The light of the heart goes into the breasts. If your heart is radiating and emanating light, it's going to create more oxygen and more healing light into your breasts. But for that, we need to show you how to go from your head to your heart. And it's not just like, I'm very happy for my client to have had another 5-figure month coming after she did this, and not a funnel. Like, this is the thing is, money came in for her by doing this heart vortex healing. And other clients have done it and have reported incredible results and incredible like shifts and growth and things that are really lovely for, like, wow, so many things. Because, what are we here for if we only have so many weeks, months, years left? What are we here for if we don't feel it in our heart? What's it all for? So I've been an energy healer for 16 years. Okay. I woke up to my energy healing abilities way before then, but it took a little bit of time for me to train and to trust that what I was knowing, feeling, seeing was an actual gift. People were like, can you please do a session on me? And people would just come to me. I would literally be in LA, in Geneva, in Paris, in London, and people were like, can help me. Like, I even had a lady come into my house the other day for something completely different. My new client, Claire, she's like, I know I'm supposed to work with you. And she had no idea what I even did. So she just bought a 3 months package. I just know I need to work with you. I'm like, we haven't even had a call, right? So this kept happening to me. And I figured that I'm like, I think I have a gift that I'm supposed to share with people, and they want to pay me for it. So I guess we're going to do this. But really, what I'm trying to say is light is a real thing, and light lives in our cells and our molecules. So when you irradiate light out of your heart, it goes into your breasts, and your breasts have chakras in them. Like, they need oxygen and they need light. So again, I'm not a doctor. You still, obviously, please, you are responsible for your own healing, and you do need to go and speak with doctors if you have any worries about that. But you could add on, they have now Reiki practitioners going to hospitals to do energy work on cancer patients and different people, and they report people heal faster. So in any of my meditations, if you want to download any of them, there is an aura brightener you can download, which the light goes right through your body 3 times. 1 time to push the energy down, 1 time to push the energy up, and then a 3rd time to shield you. When we bless plants and we bless land, they produce more food. Like, how do you explain that? I've seen personally, my son and I were like, we just do a lot of light work, so we're rarely sick, because it just boosts your immunity, boosts your immune system. So anyway, trust your heart. If you're just joining me, say hello. I don't know if you can see comments. Can anyone leave a comment to see if it worked? Because I don't know if I see any. And what do I want to say? Yeah, if you go to my YouTube channel, you guys can listen for free to all 4 of the healing vortex meditations. The same one my client did to have another coming, like a $9,000 month, and we're only May 16th. Yeah, she had 4 new clients in, was it a week? I think it was just in a week. 2 weeks, a week, in 4 days or something. I forgot. She just told me and I forgot. I'll correct it in the comments. So, but pretty much she shifted from being really, really much in her head to getting back into the heart. Now the heart is going to be so relaxed on your discovery calls. You're going to be so full to be like, I don't need her to give me anything because I already have everything. And sorry, I pushed a button. Oh, hi, Sabrina. Hey, Jackie. Hi, Steva. I love your lives. Aww. I'm sticking to my year-long vibes. I missed a couple days, but I'll add them at the end of the year. So the light of your heart, when you know what it looks like, feels like, when you know how to get back into it, there's such a quietness. It's like you want to stay there. You want to stay in the silence underneath the noise. You want to expand your heart and just live there. And then to get back to the beginning of the video when I talked about like, I desire this, like, this is what I want to call in. And then if I'm your fairy godmother in the vortex going, yes, she's called something in, I now have permission to drop it down and make sure I'm reverse engineering it for her. Like, let's say you're like, universe, I am ready to meet my new girlfriends where I just moved to, and this is what it's going to feel like to have all of these new fun girlfriends. And you've made the wish. You're like, I made this wish in my heart, and you throw the rose petals in the air, and you're like, it's done. It's happened already. I felt grateful for it already. It creates this direct, like instantaneous, like, oh, we have to bring it to her because she's seen it into reality. She's felt it as if it's happened. We're going to match it with where it's done. She's a match for it. Now, some things I get you. You may have been like, I've been journaling about this forever. Yeah, but is it in your heart or is it in your head? So you've seen maybe, or you haven't, there's a video maybe right below where I'm in my white dress with the hat and I take the rose petals, and it's rose season in the south of France at the moment, and there's roses everywhere, and I held it to my heart. And I've been teaching this to my son since he's very little, and I have a video of him doing it. It's the cutest thing, right? And it's okay, make a wish, and we hold it to our heart. We're like, and we make wishes this way, which I'm sure you've all known, but we don't wish for it as if we don't have it. I see it as if it's already happened. So it's like, okay, we're skiing in Switzerland or we're skiing in Colorado, and we can feel the snow and we can feel the sun on the snow, and we feel it as if it's happening now. Like if I call on the rain, which I'm not going to do because it's been raining nonstop, so we're not calling on the rain. We're going to call on the sun. We're laying on the beach and it's sunny and we feel the sun on our bodies and blah, 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 right? It's this beautiful energy. This is how we make wishes, and then we let it go with the rose petals. When I did that, you've all heard this story a million times. But when I did that and I said, okay, in this lifetime, God, I am swimming with a dolphin in the wild. In this lifetime, it's happened. I saw myself swim with the dolphin. I felt it in my heart. I said, I'm going to let it go. I don't know when. I don't know how. I don't want to plan it. I don't want to pay $2,000 to go swim with dolphins in Egypt. Like, that's not the thing. I want it to just happen. I let it go. And the very next day, I go to the office. And I forgot about this wish that I made on the beach. My friends, they were visiting me on where I live here, and they're like, we're coming to the beach, come with us. So I'm like laying there, and I had this pool. I walked to the beach, made the wish, let it go. And the next day I'm in the office. My boyfriend at the time, Remy, he calls me, he goes, it's like 2 p.m. He goes, I'm coming down. I'm like, I'm in the office. I'm working today, on my job, but like my business. He goes, no, I'm coming with a kayak. So-and-so is giving me, like, letting me borrow his kayak. I'm like, all right, when are you getting here? He's like, in 2.5 hours. So he drove down with this kayak. And I'm kind of moody. Like, I like this boyfriend, but not like 100%. So I meet him. He comes and picks me up at home. I have my bathing suit on. I don't know what we're doing. I'm thinking I would have rather been like lounging or working, because like I love working. I like this. I should be going to the beach right now, but I'm doing this because I'd rather be doing this. Okay. And he comes, and then we get to this, we don't know where we're going to go. He's like, where should we kayak? I'm like, I don't know. And I'm on my phone. I'm kind of ignoring him. I'm not being the nicest girlfriend. I'm like, I don't know. You decide. He's like, and he drives around this island where I live, and he just finds a spot. I'm like, finally, I'm in a bad mood, you guys. And then he finally like gets the whole kayak ready. And then this guy comes out of the water. He goes, did you know that there's a dolphin? And I'm like, what? There's a dolphin? Like, I've lived here forever. No one has ever told me that we have dolphins here. Like, I didn't know we had dolphins where I live in the south of France. It's, what? So I'm like, get in the kayak, we're going. Now I'm all like excited. And this is my boyfriend. He goes, it's probably gone by now. This is the type of boyfriend he was. He was very negative. He's like, it's probably gone by now. And I'm like, shut up, we're going, So we randomly kayak to this spot, and I warn him. I say, listen, I just want you to know that if we see the dolphin, I will jump straight into the water. Don't try to hold me back. Like, I will be going into the water. He goes, yeah, but it's dangerous. He could pull you down. I go, I'm wearing a string bikini. I will just take the bikini off, whatever it takes. I'm going swimming with the dolphin. And we don't see him. We're kayaking for maybe a minute or two. And then all of a sudden, I get this radiating, pulsating turquoise light in my heart chakra. Now, I have looked at heart chakras for, at this point, a good 15 years, and I have never seen this crystal turquoise light ever in anyone's chakra. And I was really looking for him. I go, okay, is he here? Because I wanted to see if he was underneath us, like in the water, and I wasn't seeing him. So I go into my heart and I go, is he here? And I get this instantaneous knowing that he's here. And I get this turquoise light and I go, he has to be here because I've never seen this turquoise light. I just felt literally the heart of the dolphin in my heart. My little dolphin. Okay. And I love telling this story because it's like, I believe in magic. I do. All right. So we're in this kayak. My older boyfriend, he's like he's 50, he's like wise and older and he knows more than me, right? Like that's the kind of dude he was. And he still is. And a little bit out, we see the fin. And I lose it at this point. I'm just like, I literally asked to swim with the dolphin yesterday and it's here now. What? So we swim towards him and the dolphin stays. Like he stays and he starts swimming around our kayak and I get right into the water. This is September, October. So it's not like super warm, but I've been doing cold water for a long time at this point, so it doesn't bother me. And so I get in the water and the dolphin is like all the way over there and he sees me and he starts swimming directly towards me. And it literally, if you had drawn a straight line from me to him, he swam straight towards me. As soon as he got maybe a couple feet from me, he goes right underneath me and is literally like this underneath me, like straight like this. So I'm looking at him with my feet almost touching his little nose, and I'm looking at him and he's looking straight at me. And we're just looking at each other. And then he goes swimming, I go swimming. We like dance together, we swim together. And then these boats come and I didn't have goggles, like I just opened my eyes underwater, right? So this boat comes in, they give me goggles and snorkel gear, and I keep swimming with him for, I don't know, another 10 minutes. And then my boyfriend's like, all right, this looks safe. I think I'll go in the water now. And he lets go of the kayak. Yeah. And both of us we're not touching him, by the way. We're not touching the dolphin. He just hangs around us. And when my boyfriend realizes the kayak has drifted away and we're in the middle of the ocean, I go, the kayak. So Remy starts swimming towards the kayak. The dolphin leaves me and follows him. And as soon as Remy touched the kayak and grabbed it, the dolphin swims back to me. So I'm just like, this is like next level and crazy incredible. So I get really cold. I get out of the water. And we do have videos and photos of this beautiful, gorgeous animal. So I think he was a solitary dolphin. He was alone. I don't know what he was doing here, but I've talked to locals since, and they said, yeah, they haven't seen him, but he used to hang around here. And it was an incredible, incredible thing. And he comes just one day a year. And he hadn't come yet. And this is when he came, was that day. So who knows? Anyway, I know we all have those stories, and I think we live in a world today where there are a lot of powerful manifestors. We all have powerful ability to see things into being, to feel things into being with our third eye or heart, and I think we need to use more of those abilities for the world. So the message that came in today was, imagine if all the great manifestors started to ask for peace, not just in their own life, not just in their own city, but like imagine if we just started to feel peace in my world, in the world? Like, what if there could be peace in the entire world? So, everybody is communicating peacefully in the world, everybody understands each other, and everybody's taking time to really hold space for the communication that needs to be happening and the healing that needs to be happening, and like deleting and clearing projections and deleting and clearing anger and resentment. So I wrote it down somewhere, but now I'm not finding it. So, oh, it's an audio. It's fine. Yeah. Imagine if we lived in a world where everybody who's a really great manifester started to really, really manifest peace in the world. An imprint, a code, a blanket of peace in the world. All right, so I will wrap up with this last little bit that I've been channeling and sharing in my groups, with my clients, and I think it's coming up as a masterclass. So there are two things you guys can do with me at this point. There is a free masterclass coming on this topic because it's so important, but there's also a copywriting and discovery call bootcamp for those who are like, I need a more structured environment to intuit into my client, their problems. I want to write better posts. I want to do more marketing that feels really from the heart to their heart. I want to know how to speak to my clients. And then once they hop in, I want to know how to sell packages, just like my client sold 4 packages in a couple weeks. Like it just bada bing, bada boom. You know, I teach you guys how to manifest it and call it now. The boot camp isn't going to have a whole lot about manifesting because that's something I teach in different courses, but the copywriting discovery call bootcamp I'm going to do, it's about 6 weeks, and we're going to dive into your offer, your niche, your clients, and how to find your voice and all of that. So that's coming up, and if you're interested in that, I don't have clarity on the price. It's either 555 early bird, and then it's going to be 1111. I don't know completely yet, but I think that's the price range. And if you sell a $2,500 package, obviously that's, you get your money back very quickly with that. And you will get my steps on how to sell on discovery calls. These steps sell high-end packages, okay? Anywhere from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 to 20K packages. So if you don't have that yet in your back pocket and you're a practitioner, it's really going to help you position yourself as an expert and position yourself as somebody who wants to walk with people longer. It's the best to have recurring clients. I have clients who stay with me for years because they love the results they get. And they're like, I just want more, and my life keeps getting better, and everything is just effortless. So if you get that in your own life, it's incredible because previous clients get to stay and come back, or even keep just doing magic with you. So that's coming up. Again, if you want, the sooner you sign up, the more quickly I'll put it together, because we do need at least 8 people signed up, because it's better to learn when there's lots of different contexts and lots of different sort of questions happening. But the bit I want to tell you about is in relation to helping the world heal and having world peace. This is going to be the theme of the masterclass, which is going to lead into an awakening heart mastermind or sisterhood. Okay, this is where we're going to heal a lot of generational wounds, a lot of generational heart like blocks, all kinds of things that are happening. So along your lifetime, without you knowing it, you went to a library and you checked out some books. And it's like you put on the story and you put on the character in the books and in the story so well that you kind of became stuck in the book like Jumanji. And because you have a beautiful heart, you're like, I can't get out of the book yet. I have to hold on to the book. I can't return the book. Even though you probably have been paying late fees on this book since the 1980s, 90s, 2000s. It's like, no, something happened back then. I'm used to this story, the drama trauma story, it's a struggle, and then I win, and then I fall again, and then I'm rising, like that whole I gotta struggle before I can win story. A lot of us have sort of made those lives and those storylines our reality, and I struggled with that for a long, long time, and what I've been channeling lately is like, we need to help people close the book, have closure, like really have deep, complete closure. I'm not talking a quick forgiveness. I forgive you. I love you. I'm sorry. Take take the gold out of the book and be like, I am complete with this. I'm complete with this story. And we literally return the Jumanji book and like game, and you get out. You get out of there. So you can maybe check out like romantic comedy this time. Be like, you know what? I'm gonna check out like Friends, not CSI. I want to watch Friends. I want to go and eat popcorn and cuddle on the couch with somebody I love and have everything be like peaceful and serene. I don't want to watch like a bunch of men running around killing each other in Ireland, whatever that like. I forgot the name of it. It's on Netflix, but yeah. So, expanding the heart to heal the world by first really closing up chapters in your own beautiful life. So I channeled like a whole hour of content on this, which I didn't memorize because it's channeled. So I hear it as I channel it, and then I'm like, oh, this is so freaking good. Like, but then I haven't figured out how to really channel during a Facebook Live. I think I'm gonna have to do that. But I need questions for that from you guys. I need questions, and then I think I'll start channeling it. Do we have any questions? Can I see questions? Hi, hi. Okay. Oh, you guys maybe want some readings. It's what's probably going on, right? We could also do readings, which is different from channeling, but it still works. It still will maybe get me into channeled mode. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, and the thing about those books and the Jumanji game is like you've been in the Jumanji game for so long that you forgot you're in one, first of all, which kind of sucks, right? You're like, what? What is going on? How do I get out of here? Get me out of here, Alex. Or God, universe, angels. And we don't really know who we are. It's like I've been holding on to these stories for so long. I've been playing the part of the one still in the book and the story. So who am I really? Like once I close up all of my books and stories that are popping up since I've discovered this, like this identity work, it's like maybe I wouldn't even be a healer anymore. Like this may not even be what I'm going to do once I'm really complete with all of my books that I've returned. Which I think is fascinating. Like what if this completes my chapter on channeling and healing, and like there's the whole other life for me that's been waiting for me. Although I do love this work and I do love my clients, but you never know. You never know. So I'm excited for this. So I think like a 5-day masterclass. I'm putting it together. I just on its own timing. Everything is divine timing. And then we're going to go into a beautiful awakening heart sisterhood mastermind where we kind of work through each modules at a time, and we're meeting every week, and we just do this work, this beautiful heart awakening heart like work. And it always leads to greater manifestation. Jackie was in my very first heart awakening mastermind back in 2015. Next year will be the anniversary of that, the 10-year anniversary. There's always modules on manifesting money and connecting with angels and all of that because it's just part of the combo. When we cleared energy on money, I was reminded of that recently on Thursdays. I used to have these money masterclasses on Thursdays, and one day I'm like, I'm going to help them clean on $10,000 coming in this week. And we deleted oppositions and blocks to 10K, and both Jackie, who's on right now, and Mei Ling, so we did it on Thursday. By Saturday, they both had the money in their account, and they were like, what? And then I know there were a lot of other people on the call who ended up getting more money coming in later on that month. And I know the one guy that was on the call, he like called American Express and he was like, I need to buy more miles so I can buy more gift cards from all my kids at Christmas. And American Airlines was like, not American Airlines, it was Amex, American Express. And Amex was like, oh, we'll just gift you like an extra 5,000 miles or like some crazy thing like that happened. And he went, it was Tom in Park City, Utah. And he went from making 5,000 a month to making a pay in full 50K consulting package within weeks of being in the mastermind with us and having this whole heart awakening. You guys, like, he's a retired businessman. Like, he used to be a CEO, multi blah 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 CEO, right? And he was retired, and Tom did the heart awakening and healing, and he went from 5K every month to like, I'm just going to pay you in full for the whole year. So like that to me is something that happens when we clean up all of our stories and we clean up a lot of our I'm unworthy, or we get in our head about money. You know, when money is such an energetic thing, money responds to love, it responds to beauty. Money is like, use me to make art. Like, money is asking you, hey, take me and turn me into something beautiful, you know? I think that's what money really wants, is like, turn me into a beautiful meal or a beautiful dress or a beautiful experience, or take me and turn me into a beautiful, like, cuddles on the couch watching a movie with your favorite popcorn and your favorite people, and go skiing. And you know, like, I think if we really were taught to spend money from this place of like, I get to buy cheese for this dinner, and we're gonna all share this beautiful goat cheese that this person made with her goats, and oh my gosh, like, I think we'd all heal our money wound, you know, to be like, oh, money is such an incredible gift. When I was in Costa Rica, I really, really felt that more, because I always only paid in cash in Costa Rica, and Costa Rican money is so beautiful, so so colorful. So anyway, that was my heart within my heart jam. I don't think it's called a jam. I think you have to play music to jam, but I did play my dolphin um, flute. It is a flute, you guys. Not joking. It's an actual flute. I do not know how to play the dolphin flute. I have had this for years, by the way, and I've kept it alive through so many moves. I hope it lasts. I hope it stays, because it's very fragile. All right, did we want any readings? I need to head out soon because I've been live for, has it been nearly a decade? It was in 2015, Jackie. So next year it will be next June. No, next March? Whenever that was, it will be 10 years. Oh my goodness. Yeah, because Hayden was so tiny, remember? Hayden was a tiny little dude, and now he's gonna be 13. Save me, God, save me. All right, ladies. Well, I am gonna head out. I've been live every day, so I'm sure I'll be live tomorrow. Thank you for coming on. I hope this was inspiring. Please remember the YouTube channel. I'll post the link. You have the Heart Vortex meditations. There's 4 of them now. And they're little extra, like, they're taken from the Divine Radiant Marketing course that I'm currently teaching and doing. All right. Love you, ladies. I will see you soon. And don't hesitate to send me a DM if you have any questions about anything. See you soon.